We'll also introduce tonight's winning crew chief, Tony Gibson. Tony, give us your thoughts of how tonight's race unfolded and your view from on top of the box.
Well, we had a decent car. We knew yesterday the car was pretty good. We didn't think it was a winning car, but it was a decent, top 10 car. So we tried to work on it and try to keep up with the racetrack. And that was my biggest concern, was not being able to keep up with the racetrack. But me and Ryan did a good job communicating. I mean, his feedback was awesome, and that's half the battle. When you get the right information and we work together like we've been working the last couple of weeks, things just kind of flow good. So for me, it was just talking to Ryan and figuring out what we need to do with the car, making sure we made the right adjustments, because you don't get many times to pit here. You get a lot of green flag runs. So tonight we worked together really good like we did last week, and we made the right adjustments, and here we are.
All right, we'll resume. Any additional questions that we have? Questions for these gentlemen? Go back to Jim. We'll come back here.
Jim Undershaw, Observer. Tony, everyone talks about, for crew chiefs, the 1,000 things that you have to think about to make the right decision. It seems like in the last few weeks, or this season, with double file restarts, multiple green, white, checkered flags, how people now are deciding to take tires with 2 laps left in the race, that the number of things that you have to kind of contemplate has grown considerably. Can you just talk about that? I mean, what is that, just too much run around in somebody's head at one time?
Well, it is, and you got to think it could be 3 green, white, checkers. So that's what worried me tonight, was taking on 2 and having a quick caution, and then letting the guys that took on 4 gain on us. So that plays in your head the whole time you're trying to make a decision whether 2 or 4. Because if we'd have got another green, white, checkered, those guys on 4 would have closed up on us, and I don't know what would have happened then. But we were fortunate enough to get a good restart and get out there and win the race. But there's a lot of things to think about. I mean, if you're lined up in the wrong line, like Martinsville, we had a shot to win the race there, but we were in the wrong line. And if that line doesn't go, or a guy slides up into the side of you, your day's over. So. It's really hard. It's difficult to make a decision, and you just hope and pray it comes out right, the one you make.
Would you say you focus more on best case scenario or worst case scenario?
Well, we work on worst case scenario, because with our luck and the way things going, we have to think that way. So that's just the way we have to think. So we think worst case scenario, what could happen, and that's what we base our.
Usually when we have no luck, it's a better day.
Yeah.
Because any kind of luck is usually bad luck for us.
Yeah, well, we've said that. Just don't give us any luck, and we'll see how it comes out, because most of the time it is bad.
I was wondering, as the laps are going down, what were you thinking before that caution became a fact?
Didn't know. I mean, I thought a top 5 for us was going to be a good day. And 2 top 5s in a row is something we hadn't had since, I think, May or June of last year. So, I would say I was satisfied, but I wouldn't be satisfied with that. I was happy that we were, competitive, more competitive than we had been here last year, and we'd made improvements as a team and as an organization, and that gives us an opportunity to win a race. And fortunately, the yellow came out, and we proved that.
Thank you.
Go to Jim, and then we'll come to Lee. Something else.
Jim Noble with PRN. Tony, Ryan has talked about his emotions. You kind of broke down the race from a strategic standpoint. What were your emotions when it became pretty clear what he was doing and that you were going to take the checkers?
Well, for me, I didn't really get excited, because, like I said before, we've been in this position and something's happened. So I didn't get excited until I saw the car come off the corner and headed to the flag. That's when I got excited, and I knew we had it. So I didn't get excited and didn't get nervous at all, because, like I said, I know how quick things can turn around, and you can have an issue and not finish the deal. But I got excited when I saw the front of the car come off the turn 4. Then I knew we had it.
Is this as excited as you get?
Well, no, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited. But it's one thing. Alan Kawicki told us, we won a race, and I think it was Rockingham. We beat Bill Elliott there a long time ago. But we were all cheering and happy, and he's looked at us and said, "That's what y'all get paid to do. You get paid to win." So it's exciting for me. I know tomorrow I'll be pumped up and screaming and hollering, but just trying to soak it all in right now.
I think we got.
We've been
Lee.
making good money for a long time, not winning, getting paid the same amount. So
Yeah.
we're really happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. I have a couple questions. First of all, who said, "Thank you, God, that's freaking awesome"? I appreciate the hell out of that.
I did.
That was you? You just
Thank you,
seemed-
guys. Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
thank you, guys. It just
Yeah.
sounded so subdued. It didn't sound like you. But anyway, and as far as you, Gibson, the guys that have stuck by you were with you with DEI, and then, you brought the whole crew over here. What was it like for them to finally get to victory lane?
It was pretty big. A lot of those guys were in tears, and because most of us have been together for 9 years, and we won with Dale Jr. and it had been a long stretch since we'd won a race, so we'd come close, but didn't make it happen. So it was pretty exciting for those guys, and I'm more happy and more proud for those guys than for myself, because I feel like those guys have followed me wherever I've gone, so I feel like I owe it to them, and to see those guys and hopping up and jumping down, it just brings back memories.
Tony, you kind of answered it, but can you tell us about getting your first win as a crew chief? I assume you thought it would have come earlier.
Yeah, I thought like 2 years ago we were going to make it happen here at this same race, but it didn't. And then we had 4 good shots last year with Ryan and to win it, and I thought it was going to happen, and didn't make it happen. So we kind of let him down. So I was beginning to wonder if it was ever going to happen, but I knew if we just kept the faith and we worked hard together, that our friendship is really strong, and we worked really good together, and our communication's getting better. And we if we're having a problem, me and Ryan, or if we're not communicating right, or we feel like there's something we need to work on, we'll call each other up, or we'll go sit down and we talk about it. And I think that's one of the biggest things that's helped us over the last couple of months, is building our relationship as friends outside of racing. And I think me and him can sit down and yell at one another and tell each other what we think, and get over it and go on. So I think that's a big part of our success.
Gentlemen, congratulations and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.